Welcome back, friends. Last guy friend. It's time for more of The Greatest Attorney, the second case. And we're dealing with Miss Pavlova's cabin now, so let's go do that. I gave her the Valley voice. And by the way, my Hozenaga voice is not going to be good. And, Borscht, I forgot that guy's name already. I'm not going to be good with him either. I'm screwed. I have to just do what I can. What happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. Trying to make it less grating on the Valley. Man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest? Perhaps its steam engine exploded? Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened? Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Running away. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget. A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need to live. Curious what she means by that. Money-wise or something else with it? I have no money of my own? The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. So they know who she is, okay. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? It's weird how they switch between Mr. and San. Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. What conundrum, I'm not sure, though, but... Conundrum! Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Yeah, they've been here for 2 weeks. Now that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Okay, how did she board it? However, this Asburia stopped by no port last night. Ooh. Oh, that's it, of course. Okay, that makes us more intriguing. So has it pray that you come to be aboard? Or did they find her in the lower decks? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. Oh, Stroganoff was his name. I went with Porsche. That is not your business. I am Guy. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel has descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage? Sorry, what was it? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here, too. I descended from the heavens, because I'm an angel. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Are we speaking Japanese, by the way? Aren't we speaking Japanese? Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Friend. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. How did they get her? How did they let her in there without noticing the pet? Did they find my precious? Then the burly Russians would bestow themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Huh? So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? Is it? Isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? I went with rabbit. Nope, it is a snake. Okay. Huh. You credit Russia as a land of small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. Oh my god. Ha! You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerinas, friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. What? Really? What? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call. Daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Present. The diary or his dying picture? Let's go with the diary. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few moments later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like a sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh, don't tell me they were trying to kill her and they killed him on accident. There's probably another entrance to that vent. Maybe? Okay, theorizing before we find out whether or not that's a snake in that case. If it's not her that's the killer, then the actual killer was trying to kill her to steal her tiara, maybe? We'll see. Oh? Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No? I don't know anything? Oh. Now what? Uh-oh, knock knock. Who's there? Oh no! Excuse me, Mr. Rorlot. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, yes? What? Wow, she's fast. How do you do a girl voice doing a guy voice? How do you do a girl voice doing a guy voice? I have no idea. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once. Please. Alright. I'm doing nothing that... How do you be a man doing a girl's voice doing a guy's voice? How do you do that? Oh no? Oh no? Oh no? Oh no? No, I can't do it again. Okay, she's just really good at doing a guy voice. Alright, I will come now. Alright, I will come now. What? You must leave. No. Oh, no, it's fine. I don't mind it. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Rorlot. Get out! The passenger said out. Or do you want me to throw you out? It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. I can't believe they thought they could just stay there. It's amazing. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. What? Oh, that was the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 11 minutes into this one. How long was the last episode? Last one was 51 minutes. So do we add this at the end of it? Or... No, we don't need to add at the end of it. Like, we're still in the middle of investigation. Let's just keep going. I don't think this is like a big problem for a break here. I don't think so. Let's go. Like, what's the word here? I think it ended well enough last time. 9th January, Essersbury, first class cabin passageway. It's not like we ended a case and ended into another case, you know? We should be fine. We're still investigating. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine, she's looking at him. Oh no, others looking at Chums. That we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Is he still in there? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Now, let's examine the thing we didn't examine before. The mousetrap. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. Wait, Japan doesn't have cheese? You can't eat it, Naruto-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... Huh. I suppose you're right. Wait. Wait. Japan has milk, right? Did they never... Well, they of course have some sort of animals, but... Back in the day, what animals did they have? Did they not have anything that made milk? You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Cosmo's leftovers. Well, then again, like, beef wasn't a major thing for a long time. You know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. But she is a snack. Okay, let's see here. What can we do? Can't go there yet, I assume. See, if I click on this, what happens? That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. So we gotta just basically go back. Well, should we just talk to him? We could talk to him. Let's talk to him. Hey, buddy. I really wish you'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Oh, no. Definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understood? Understand. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. Is that a good thing? Okay, let's go back to the thing. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Kazuma's. Kazuma-sana's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as a wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hozenaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. By the way, that voice has not gotten any better. I've tried, off-cam, I have tried to work on that voice. It is no good. I can't. Know your limitations, I suppose. Okay, let's see. Let's move. Can't go there, so back to Cosmo's cabin. Guess we're going to talk to Hozenaga. 9th of January, SS Buria, first class, cabin number 1. Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hozenaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten how I feel, Naruto-san. Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yeah. I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Well, can we move to Hozenaga? I don't think so. Examine around. There he is! Ooh, he got punched! Woo! Ooh, he had a day. Ah, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please don't worry about it. They're just sketches. Maybe by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What? I climbed back up. But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes? I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Well, oh? How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. My duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. We're barely that far. I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there's one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. New information. What is new information you have, Inspector? Is this? The Burris Medical Office has finished the examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report? Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Hell if I know. Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Ooh! Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first I think they were considering poison. Yeah, I would have thought that too because of the snake, but it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. So a snake just wrapped around him? Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there is no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It's a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. But how could you write if you got taken out like that? Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. Woo! After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. The post-mortem report has been added. Court record. Court record. Oh, yeah. Let us take a look. From Essensburg's medical officer giving the cause of death as a cervical spine injury. There were no traces of external injury or poison. Male Far Eastern. Sometime between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Now that is a question here, because if we're thinking sneaky, it would be a strangle-angling. So something got broken on his head. But also, what could have been used to do it? And also, how would he have time to write something if he just got his neck snapped? I'm confused. The great detective. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, wasn't he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he might have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now you mention it, yes. There's one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. I mean, that smudge right there? It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? So that's shoe polish. Could have slipped. Well, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Scholes know that it's a shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Sasato-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red, then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh! Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Mark on the floor has been added. Let's take a look. Can't take a look yet, because we got everything. Okay. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. Take a look. It's in a book. A small glass object and what looks like a scuff mark made by Kazuma's shoes were found by the victim's body. Is it possible he died by accident? Like he just slipped and died because he got scared by a sneaky? Maybe his death is an accident. He was like, he put wardrobe so people knew to get Ryunosuke out so he didn't die in there. I should return to my post. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be best for you. Thank you. Oh, Inspector, you look exhausted. I'm more beaten. Oh no, well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. So fired. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You are his friends. Convinced she was going for him. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing, too. Curious? Guess we'll look at that. Might look at it again, huh? It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. Looks like whatever it was has broken clean in two. But the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's the brick-colored mark. Which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know all about. You know, that sounds passive-aggressive as hell. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course. That's hardly a reason, is it? You trust no one. So it's clear these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. And they spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an ambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelt out my name, don't you think? No. Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian. Which begs the question of who did write it? Unless underneath the wardrobe or behind the wardrobe is something else. It's always possible there's something else there. So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. A speckled band, as he described it. It's only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seems as baffled as we are. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments, writing his diary. Okay, reading all that again, the whistle and the speckled band. Look at his writing here on this page. It's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san. We will! All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin, neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well anyway, I feel much better now that we've neatly lined them up. I can't relax when things are untidy. Okay. The sailor laughs. Let's look around. Down slept is the sailor. Talk! You! Where do you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to this invest. Why, who gave you permission for this? Well, I mean, Seaman Hozenaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later I would roll him into ball and throw him in cold room. Oh dear. Oh, he's gone back to guarding the door. Hope Inspector Hozenaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at Le Carnival. You think he wants to go back there? That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. The rules. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the Hesperia. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. That's also strictly forbidden. By bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin. A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. Present? Is there anything we get with the presenting? Young ballerina who's fled her homeland of Russia to escape the Novovich Ballet. Move again, I guess? Go back outside, see if there's anything new out here. Ah! Something new. Passageway. Ah! Look, that Oda-san. Seems Stroganoff is gone. Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. Ah, all these Russian names are impossible to remember. Really? Tra-la-la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la-la-lee-da-dee-da-la. I did it the great detective way. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Lark? Well, never mind that. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's go. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back. Oh my god, these jokes. It's Stroganoff, not stringy knot. Jokes. Alright. Move! Can we get in here? We've broken through! Oh no, it's open! My January SS Buryak, first class cabin number 2. There's clothing now? Okay. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. It's because she opened her wardrobe to put clothes in there. Sasato-san? Oh, where'd she go? She's looking at things. Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Hopefully. Okay. Examine things. Okay. New things to look at. From left to right. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that Russians are a very thirsty people. Okay. Or, because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to take any tea in yet? I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd say 1,000 to 1 on that. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? Sure thing, baby. Good to see you next. On the floor. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. What do you think? Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. You mean for a pet? Do you think? You think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? Oh my god. What? A leak? Is the ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? The trash. Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Can we have a look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san. It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly! We have no choice! Jeez. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Desk. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. I wouldn't... Oh, crap, I clicked too fast. Forget history or look at... It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, not Oda-san. Can't they remember that? Yay! Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the Great Detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Also, is it a chicken? Not a chicken. Books! She gonna organize these again? All the books have toppled over together. Look! Every single one! Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. This is exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Cosmo's cabin. Perhaps? Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage? Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. I feel like it's gonna be significant, but how's it gonna be significant? Or is it just a joke with her? Now we're reading the rules again. Yeah, reading the rules again. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. She's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yeah, so do I. Oh, the tiara's missing, by the way. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. With the bolts drawn across, there's no way anyone could enter the cabin from outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across on its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in. You couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door, either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Bag. Oh, you can't look at... Oh, the bag was this here? You can't look at the bag. This is for the close-up. Rorlot-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Oh my god! Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. There's no lion or witch in there. Well anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there. But no such luck. There's one of these next to the door in Cosmo's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. Can't resist. No! She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug, too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to! We're trying to investigate in secret! Right? I thought someone was going to show up because of that, though. So this ventilator connects to Cosmo's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool of a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. That means there has to be another opening. Ah, maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm? Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. There's got to be another hole to that ventilator. To that vent. Anyway, last night, Cosmo wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Wait, did we check everything? Guess we did. I guess we're just supposed to leave now? I guess we leave. Move. And now we're gonna run into Sherlock, or Herlock. Right? Look around. Oh, were we supposed to talk to him first, I wonder? Maybe, maybe not. Well, looking at the time, let's go a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes. Look. Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la-la-la, la-di-la. Hey, la-di. I did it in the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard did bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock was about. Excuse me? I solved it all and I stood tall. I did the great detective way. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! What is it you want to fight? Obviously interrupting a fellow when he's singing. I was just about to reach the climax to finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now was a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? No. Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student of the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman off-stands sentry in this first-class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. You mean... Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night. which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing. Nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. The ship's log has been entered into the court record. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes Sholmes. Brilliance. Oh, ouch! What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Him too? But what about her? Why not her? Well, my friends, until our next encounter... He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. He took the book with him, by the way. Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just, well, I feel the same. Oh, her too, okay. Sorry? So either the place is getting gassed or someone poisoned the food. Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Must be in the food. My assumption is it's in the food. Now, where to next is a good question. Oh, okay, wait. Record. Let's take a look at the ship's log. Now we'll stop. Yeah, nothing important, nothing important, nothing important, nothing! What the balls? A nothing. Okay. I assume we might be able to run into Stroganoff. Oh, alright, we can look at this again. Okay, so that is where we're going to stop. And then next time we'll go in there, and I guess we'll get more stuff. So that is the game for now. I had fun. Hope you have fun watching. That's what's up, as having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.